I'm gonna hit him with the burr. It's cold in here. It must be some clovers in the atmosphere. I said burr. It's cold in here. It must be some clovers in the yo.
Yes, sir. You know the fucking vibes. NYCFC Forever podcast is back. What season is this again? 6? 5? 6? I think it's 6. Season 6, 5.5, whatever, man. We're back. The season is
Season 6.
Among us.
Season 6 for us.
Yeah. Season 6. Wow,
we
the
are
vets.
back.
How y'all doing, guys?
You know what? Doing A-okay.
Doing A-okay.
That's what.
Hey, it popped up. Hey, how you doing?
Yo, I was wondering.
How you doing? Huh? Fucking love you guys. You hear me? Fucking love you guys. Miss you. Love you guys. Listen, this season's gonna be a bit different. We had to make some more moves. So the boys are gonna be physically, emotionally, mentally,
financially,
politically,
politically,
everything.
All man. Of it, bro.
Zip codes, area codes,
all of it, man. Listen,
all that information is Elon's now.
Yeah, it's for the better, it's for the worse. Who knows?
You know,
but the podcast is going to be remote most of the season. We're going to try to meet up as much as we can. But
yes, sir.
C'est la vie, such is life. Thank God for these technologies. But let's start this correct, though, man. Sanchez, what up?
Good evening and welcome to Studio
Mix. It's got to be a mix because it's like
Studio
M at this point.
Like we're going through the whole
Studio MH mixed hybrid.
Mixed hybrid.
Welcome
Studio WFH. Work from home.
And now we get to see if Sleeping Beauty over there makes an appearance. Oh, he just looked up as soon as I said that.
Shit. You talking to me?
Yeah, he's like, oh no, what? Yeah, Igor might make an appearance, and he's part of the show now.
What? Wasn't he biting your foot the last time we did a remote?
When is he? When is he not biting someone's foot?
So since he was a puppy, he's been biting our feet. Yo.
You know what? He's gotten really good with that, and now he does it when he wants to go outside.
There you go.
He learned.
There you go.
But that also, he's a dog that doesn't jump up, so that's how he grabs your attention to play with.
Get your feet.
Yeah, because he can't. He's not a jumper. He's center of gravity is low. You know what I mean? Like Drewski and shit. You know?
If Drewski was a dog, he'd be Igor. That's a fact. Yousef, what up? What's good?
Yo, what's good, everybody?
Benny's Kaisenat.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Wow, Benny's. I'm saying that's a good one. That's a good one.
From the Bronx, right?
From the Bronx.
If you speaking of, you can probably hear that in the background.
I heard it. Yeah, I hear it.
And speaking of the Bronx,
Yousef,
I'm back in the Bronx. What's good?
Back in the boogie. I'm telling you, it's different this season.
It's different this season. Yeah, you know, I was literally telling my friend just now. She posted just like a video of just like a random block on her way. So she's on the east side, and I told her, I was like, "Yo, it took me like 3 weeks to be back, and I got my Bronx energy back." Like, it's
because you got it. Son.
It's just
adapt to the environment. You got to adapt to the environment.
You have to.
So it was just. It's like I finally now feel like, all right, now I'm back. Now it's just like,
it's funny you say that because now taking the train from where I'm taking the train, I kind of like
because you got a seat, it's comfortable.
But that first day, I had it on me. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? It's real Bronx and real Harlem, East Harlem energy in there, bro.
Harlem Road shit like.
I had the hoodie up.
Bro,
I damn near had the shiesty on and everything, bro.
You already know what's been going on around my ways. So I'm not gonna say that. It's been crazy. Yo, can I ask you a question though? I don't want to give out too many details.
Sure.
For Dave on Dave's commute. On your commute now, is there? 'Cause I haven't taken that train in a while. Do they still have the little one? Remember?
Like on the platform or in the train?
In the train?
I don't know. I haven't ventured too much. I've literally just got on the train and
For those who don't know, Dave's moved
yeah.
to Canada. He takes the long commuter trail. It takes him 17 hours to get here from Toronto.
It does,
to
bro.
every day.
It does. It feels like that.
Because high-speed rail in America does not exist.
Bro,
So
I don't know why.
I don't know why. Well, we do know why. But
you speaking of high speed rail, you know what I looked up today? Because I was like, I'm gonna see if I can make this trip. Because now that they changed it, all that shit. I thought it was like it's gonna be cheaper.
Scared,
My brother, I'm sorry, bro. I love aviation, but flying right now feels a little So I looked up trains to Miami. Yo,
it's like 33 days.
Yeah.
Yo, it's almost 40 hours. And
you're going to be there next month, bro.
I'm looking, I'm like, yo, it's a 24-hour train ride. You have no traffic. Why is it taking forever? Talking about, you need to hop off, get onto a different one. High-speed rail, guys. How have we not solved that issue?
It's called capitalism. Talk to Irvin about it. It's called capitalism.
You know what's the closest thing to high-speed rail we have? That C train from 59th to 86.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Columbus Circle to 86.
That's yep.
That shit goes like 42 kilowatts per hour. Shit. That shit's fast.
Right, from 59 to 86. What train goes express?
The A train. I mean, the A train.
Oh, you mean the 4 train?
No, the A.
The A don't go to the A goes from 59th to 125th.
That's what he's saying. That
rail. That rail is the closest thing to high speed rail we have in America.
High speed. That's as high speed as it gets, bro.
It's so high.
You know what else is a little high speed? Is the 7 when you go into from Manhattan to Queens. That little on the bridge.
Yeah,
that should be zooming in there, bro.
The A train is so high speed. They ordered new trains.
Yo,
that's right.
I've yet to ride in them bitches, bro.
They don't fit.
To ride in them shits.
Hell yeah. The ones that go all the way through, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Not only,
and then, last stop is 59th, bro.
The crazy part, bro, is that there's also a newer train before that. We're about to get into our city economy real quick. There was a new train.
There was a new train. Yeah.
For the A that has the dividers and shit, all the cars. And then they said, nah, yo, we want another one.
Yeah.
Let me get up on the tubeless shit that looked like England 20 years ago at this point because we're so behind.
Big facts. Yo, but I remember when the trains changed. When they was like all the color, remember it was like green and red and shit, and then they went all silver and they had digital shit in there.
That's when everybody, all the people from Montana moved to Brooklyn.
Around
that same time period.
It was a little bit before that. It was before that.
Because the red train lasted for a long time, bro. The 7 train was there for a minute, bro.
The B still had that slanted shit.
Yep.
One that was like this for a long time.
Oh,
I was
that's
still
right.
in high school with them shit.
That's what I'm saying. The trains, the old trains, 2005, 2006, maybe they started fully disappearing.
Yo,
okay, so it might have been different for them because I was off the 2 and the 5. So the 2 and the 5 train, the 5 was a green train.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
The 2 was the red train, and then they switched it to the silver train.
The 7 train was I had the red train all through high school.
Oh wow! It must have been a little later then.
Yeah, it was after that. That's what I'm saying. When Brooklyn started changing a little bit,
Yo, shout out the changes and shit.
And if you want to be a tourist in your own city, whoever's listening and watching this shit, no lie, you know what's a cool ass fucking trip? That MTA museum, no bullshit. It's a fun little trip.
Little date spot?
Yeah, like if you want to just fuck around and be like, yo, I'm something to do on a fucking Saturday afternoon.
I'll see if I make a day out of it,
Exactly.
It's a 17-hour commute to get down there and shit. So.
It's downtown Brooklyn. This shit is dope. It's dope. I know we hate the MTA sometimes, but at least it's better than some other shit.
Yeah, that's just kind of work though, Anyway, listen, what's next on the old rundown ski? Now that we got this new improved
just a little
whatever this fucking app is called.
You know what, Yousef? Hit me, Yousef.
That's what I'm saying. I'm waiting for it to hit us, man.
Bam.
There it is. All right. 2025 home kit.
We gotta work with placement here. We gotta work with
A little
placement.
bit,
You
just a
just
little bit.
chopped
Just a
off
little
my whole grill right there.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I
Hey,
mean?
New
We
Year.
gotta get some. We gotta
Do it
get
again.
something
Do it again.
vertical.
Cut them off, yo.
You gotta do
Cut 'em off
something
again.
vertical right
Cut 'em
here.
off.
That's the new mute button.
That's
Right
the new mute.
Cut them off.
Speaking
We gotta get some verticality going on right around here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Verticality.
Put it right here on it. Right here.
So I'm
Oh, it's brown. It's nice brown right there. Oh,
Should-
here we
Oh,
go.
look at that! Look at that! Who is that? That's my
Mm.
man, future MVP of the season. Let's take a look
Wow.
at look at the shape up real quick. Let's
You
analyze
know,
the beard trim real quick of my man Justin Hack.
Yo.
Could you
Yo, what is it with Sanchez? You stay going in on my man, bro.
look at my man Justin Hack? This guy right here. I've believed in J Hack since he made his debut cosplaying Edison Cavani in Mexico many years ago.
Okay.
And this guy right here, look at the face of the franchise.
Mm.
Just throwing that out there, face of the franchise.
All right.
But look at that jersey. Get a little zoom out
well-
a little so we can see complete the jersey.
Bam, bam.
There you go.
Boom.
Look at
What do
that.
y'all
I
think?
think
They're calling it the Excelsior jersey. The
Excelsior.
kit.
I think he's freezing cold out there, bro.
But what about the kit?
I will say this before I start with the kit. I want to talk about the promo first.
Oh,
I thought the
speaking-
promo
speaking
was
of-
I thought it was beautifully done.
Yeah.
It was very nice tribute to Kit Man.
right
His
here,
first name
Danny.
Brian, I think it's
Danny.
his first
Danny.
name.
Danny.
Danny.
Or Daniel, officially.
But yeah, I thought it was a beautiful tribute to him, talking about, you know, the 10 years the team has been together. He's been there since pretty much day one, and I think this kid is fire. It's to me personally, but I haven't seen it
This right here,
physically yet.
this was a dope shot.
Yeah, the whole promo with and the photos, the photography of it, this shit was the whole photo shoot was dope. I
Yeah.
think did Seba take those pictures or was it Tommy?
I think both of them did actually. Yeah,
They did an
Tommy
incredible
said that
job.
he literally landed and went right into the shoot. I think he tweeted out. So shouts to Tommy and Seb and the whole team really.
Yeah, they did
They
a
killed it on
fucking
this one.
fantastic job. And I love the background. I don't think they could have gotten a better day. I mean, it fucking matches
Bro,
perfectly with the jersey.
crazy.
Beautiful
Like,
day.
like,
It's a
Look at this.
beautiful day.
that shit is nice, man. It's
That
clean.
shit
Yeah, some nice,
Clean, just
I
clean, man.
some nice J's.
And the
blue
way
and
he's
white
dressed, like
J's.
with the
Yeah, that's
the-
it. That's the look
with
right
the whitewash type jeans, and
there.
and you can see the city, like a slight layer of smog low.
It was a little foggy. But hold up, I want thoughts on the kits.
I think it's great. I think it's one of the better kits we've had in a very long time.
Put on the Alonso picture so we could get a better frontal view.
Oh, okay, I got you. Where's he at? There we go.
Bow, boom, boom, bow, boom,
When
bow.
he's like this.
Yeah, got you.
There you go. Look at that.
That's nice.
Alright.
See, this is clean, man.
Yeah, look at that.
So,
All right, first impressions. Compared to the replica, which was the pictures that was leaked originally,
yeah,
everybody was like, "Oh, the kit sucks." I'm like, "Wait, it's the replica." There's so many details through the years we've noticed that the replicas and the authentics, the details are very different. There's a lot of details that are not the same. But my initial thoughts on the replica leak was like, I think I like it, but I know I'll like the authentic more.
okay.
And looking at it now, it's the vertical line. I see it's one of those kits, the few kits where the explainer of it, you see it. You see what they're talking about. The skyscrapers, the glass, that's
Yeah,
what
it's like it's abstract enough for it to be almost people could say, oh, it could be whatever. But again, it's just like the New York in us. We immediately saw it like, no, those are reflections of skyscraper windows. Like,
yes, like I know what that I immediately
you know how that look like. You know how that looks like. It can't be anything else. That's literally you look up and that's what you see.
Yeah.
So
that's the last thing a pigeon sees
Boom. Right when they hit.
before their untimely death.
Demise.
yeah.
Get it? That's how close. Bam!
Oh,
It's over.
Boom.
Yeah.
No.
But I like it, man. I think it's clean. I don't
Yeah.
think it's I don't think it's reminiscent of anything else.
Let
You
me
know,
look.
like it doesn't remind me of the Mets. It doesn't remind me of the Yankees. Like it's
Yeah.
very us, which I like a
I'm gonna
lot.
find real
And,
quick
and I
some
was
of the
saying that
picture details.
I
The
was saying
collar.
that to Chadwick. Sorry, Sanchez. I was saying that's to Chadwick today because he was wearing the hoodie. It was the first time
Oh,
I
One,
had
this
the
seen
one
one Yusuf
right here.
wearing.
the one that Yusuf's wearing. I was like, it looks like our team. It doesn't look like the Knicks or the Mets or because we have certain colorways,
Yeah,
similar
we
colorways.
finally went through all the patterns and
Yes.
colorways
Yep.
and found something that's very
It's very
us.
us. Yeah, it's very New York City Football Club. I love that.
I like the collar, how it's like a hybrid of the black jersey and the last home kit, which is like that thin collar, which kind of a lot of people didn't really like that much.
Yeah.
But then on the other
Like
three
that,
quarters,
like that right there.
the other three quarters is an actual collar, like a textured collar, which I think it's good for one, the usability, the longevity factor of wearing a jersey or wearing
Mm.
anything, like the better
So
collar.
these are the jock
I
tags.
have a little note about the
I know you. I know you were
tag.
gonna go with it, but before we get there, I do want to
Zoom in on that
highlight.
bad boy.
Hold on, I want to highlight something, which I think it's sort of not being. I don't know if it's being spoke about a lot or not, because I'm honestly not paying attention to other people, uh, jersey conversations. But I feel like our design lends as well to this year's paneling on the kits,
The template, you
where
mean?
the paneling helps our design more blend in well. Like
So
if
if
Mm.
you
you
go
zoom,
to
if you zoom in, the white part, the vertical white stripes on the hip, on the
yeah,
waist side, that's part of the Adidas template that's being used often this year. And
yeah,
like you
right
said, it
here,
blends in really well
because it looks
with.
like part of the glare on the
Yes,
design. And this
really
blue
killed it.
panel, because this right here, this mesh is also a panel. Only it blends right into it. You don't see it. So
Yeah,
the silhouette of our kit looks way different than everybody else's kit. And there's some
yeah.
bangers out this
We've
year.
gotten away with being able to use the templates and make them unique.
Yeah.
Remember the gray kit and the that navy blue, the Gotham kit, I think it was called. Those two
The
templates were like
yeah,
very like, it's obvious the template was noticeable,
Yeah, it was
right?
just very generic.
yeah.
Yeah. And then now it's like, you know what? The template, we made it work. You see other teams' templates, they all look the same, the jerseys.
You saw what
Uh
got released today with well, not released today, but there was a post that Adidas used white and gold for, I think, like 4 or 5 different teams around the world, LAFC included. Is Al Nassr, I believe that's Ronaldo's team, right?
yeah,
Or is it
on the side.
Al
Yeah.
Nassr or Al Nassr? I forget.
Nazir, I think it is.
Yeah. So one of them has white and
They
gold.
they they,
Nassr.
they have a white and gold jersey, yes.
Yeah. LAFC has
I
white and
am
gold.
Al Nazir de la Cuna.
And then a bunch of a bunch of other kits
Yo, I just farted. I
were
sorry.
Oh my god.
You might have heard that. That's why I brought it up, because
hey yo
it might make a cameo.
yo
Sorry to
guys
the viewers, the listeners.
guys
Good thing
thank
it's
you
not an interactive viewing experience. But
they
for
got us on
me,
4D.
the homie down there,
Nah, but I feel like where you with after top kits this year, and it's not being appreciated enough, because I know it, no one's really talking about it the way, like especially like our away kit last year.
the
I feel like
combination, I think we have the best
crazy, right?
primary and secondary kits combo in the league right now. And I know why. I opinionate why one of the reasons it doesn't get talked about enough is I think maybe the shirt sponsor might have something to do with that.
Mm.
Really?
The Etihad, yeah, because a lot of people outside of here automatically see that and automatically just associate Man City,
Yep.
and then that already
See though.
docks points on the
Yeah.
rating scale.
I
I
think it's
think.
fire. I think I
I
like
I
it.
really like.
I think it's a great kit.
I think it's
I
great.
want to pick one up. I want to pick one up for sure.
So
Did you guys buy one already?
I ordered it already.
I haven't yet.
I read someone on one of the I think it was a supporters page where it said that it's a slimmer fit compared to last year's in a way.
Mm.
So concerning.
That I already know how I was. I was like, I got to see how that looks like on a big body before I make that
Yeah.
purchase.
Big body Benz.
It's one. Even though it's I think like slightly cheaper this year.
$10 cheaper, I believe. Yeah.
It's still you still pretty penny. And then I had just bought the sweater, which I don't understand Adidas' choice of the pocket in the sweater. Is really
Yeah, that was weird, man. With the
on
one
the
pocket.
right hand side,
Because
bro.
that's for that.
And I thought it was for the phone. Like I put my phone the other day there, and I was like, "This is mad uncomfortable. Like I'm not really trying to."
For that.
Yeah. So travel hoodie, but it's nice. And
It's for the
it might just
passport, bro. Travel hoodies for the
yeah.
el
Yeah.
pasaporte,
This
you
might
know what I
just
mean?
be it. And the reason I mainly want to get the kit is because it's the last home kit with this badge.
Yes.
So
Yeah, I was gonna
Nick-
ask you how that. Will next year's home kit be? It would be the same, but with the new logo.
Same but different.
Different. Okay.
because by
I
then
mean,
I think
I feel like they
production
should
would
just
swap
come out
over.
with a new kit. Might as well. No?
I think I might be shooting in the blind, but it wouldn't shock me that for the stadium opening year 2027, we
Yeah.
get both new kits.
That's what I'm saying. Why not? Fuck it.
But
You
then
know?
that means this one stays for next year. Then
Yes, keep
No,
it for next year,
This
and
was
then
staying for next year.
Yeah,
This one's staying
this
for
is
next,
for next
with the new badge will be next year.
Adidas
new
will have
badge.
time to produce it by then.
Yeah. And then for 27, we get both because next year we're supposed to get a new away kit, right?
Mhm.
But I think we're gonna pull a 2016 and just go back to back years with new kits. That I think I would do that if I was in charge.
This is
That'd
the
be
most
hard.
20. This is the most 2015 right now. Technically, this is actually nicely planned on the team's part because technically, 10 foot or however you want to count, but 2025, and then we're back to black kit away and pretty much predominantly only blue home.
Get ready for some swirls, buddy.
Oh no! Oh no!
Get
The
ready to get this.
heartbeat of the city.
So I'm pretty dope. I like it. I fucks with it. Leave a comment. Guys, leave a comment what y'all think the kit looks like.
Big
It looks
facts.
it looks like victory.
Mm.
Good job, NYCFC. You knocked
great
this
job.
one. You knocked this one out the park.
Great
And
job. With the promo, with the photos, and the actual kit,
yes.
the streetwear, not the streetwear, I guess the performance wear,
the trackies.
yeah.
I think I bought the trackies. I bought the beanie that came out. No, I didn't. I saw it at the Adidas store the other day, and I grabbed it. And I'm like, this is literally 2 garbage bags put together. The texture is really like garbage baggy.
Bro, it's literally 2 jackets put together.
No, it's barely that because it's just there's no lining.
Front.
There's nothing in between it. It's 2 garbage bags, one light blue, one dark blue garbage bag.
If you take the front part of each, right, and just add, those are 2 jackets that we're just like, we're not gonna put the backing. We're just gonna put them on each other. And
There's
call
nothing.
it a day.
I feel like I will lose so much weight wearing that.
It's like the inside of raincoats. They took 2 inside
raincoats.
Boom, fused them together. Fusion high. Damn.
Water can't get in. Water can't get out.
Come out. Now you can't leave.
Sanchez in that batch is just like this.
Sweat. Yeah.
Just
he comes with the little weights and shit. What's up, guys?
Jazzercising
and shit with his little jacket.
Señores, you soy celeste.
Señores, you soy celeste.
A very good team. No one better. Real good team. Real good. The best. Some might say the best in the world.
The best ever. The best in MLS. Holy shit. It's been what, 4 weeks?
Bro. It's been a fucking lifetime,
been
bro.
Back? Yeah.
I saw a meme that January was the longest year of my life.
It had to be, bro. It had to be.
For real, bro.
You know what, guys? But you know what? Let's get into
let's get
the preseason. The preseason.
I'm waiting for the banners to show up.
Well, first let's get into the reason why it really did feel like the longest freaking January ever.
I like what you did here.
Ah,
I like what you did here. How you doing?
Rasta
Bro.
moves. When are they coming? Lee has spent $0. Me and Lee have spent the exact same amount of money on NYCFC this year. Actually, you know what? I probably spent more because I've had to pay
You
for my
bought
season
shit.
ticket. Yeah.
You got billed twice already.
Yeah, I got billed twice
Word.
already. So it's just Lee at this point because he ain't doing nothing. Like, what the fuck,
Bro.
man? Like,
We had the departures, important key departures. We had
huge
James Sands.
departure.
James Sands departed.
And he broke his ankle or whatever.
Yeah.
Got a
so
big,
bad.
big injury.
Who else
Hope he
departed?
gets well soon, man.
Mm,
Santi Rodriguez got
Well,
departed.
Not official, but he
It's
gave somebody an interview
the
at the airport
exchange. He got,
here in America,
it's
leaving,
crazy.
saying goodbyes. Today's Wednesday, 4 days ago.
Yo, the exchange, because I forget if y'all, I always forget if they listen or not, but they're
Exchange
in the
FC,
press. Yeah, the Exchange FC, they're in the press box. However, you track Santi down, crazy. Because no one knew this
Listen.
man was flying. No,
Tonight was the
been,
town hall. Tonight was the town hall.
Yeah,
And,
that might have been in California.
No, it was here. The
That
town
was
hall
here?
was here.
No,
the
I'm
town
talking
hall-
about the Santi video.
Oh, it might have been in California.
Yeah,
But the town hall, they probably purposely didn't announce Santi because of the town hall. That way they don't get pressed about it in person.
Which is crazy because it's like the most known secret at this point.
Yeah. So
It's all over.
Santi,
It's like credible Brazilian journalists have talked about it.
Jovan Mijatovic went out on loan to Bumblefuckistan.
Yeah, scored a goal the other day.
Scored a goal.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Wow. So he
Yep.
actually knows how to score goals. Okay.
My buddy
Interesting.
showed up. My buddy showed up.
Interesting.
Like,
Yeah. So
Who
he scored
else?
a goal.
Who
I
else
think it was
gone?
his first match. Was it his first match off the bench?
I think he came in really late. It's like a 90-something.
Yeah, to tie the game, I think it was.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's a high pressure moment. I think those are the key departures. You
There
can say.
wasn't any really moves, you know.
No, I'm
It's
talking
like,
about departures.
Yeah.
The key departures for this offseason. Key additions to the team. We have a big fat donut the size of Dave's head. We have nobody brought in signed, at least signed. They got the draft picks who have been playing a little bit in the preseason. Technically not signed yet.
Yeah.
But we have nobody coming in.
Yeah, nothing.
dude, it's super concerning, man. Like, it's genuinely concerning given the fact that this year you are allowed to essentially buy within the league using cash. And there were great players available this year for you to go after on positions that we now need.
Lucho Costa, yeah. He was one of them.
Evander.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, San Jose went and said, "I bet you gonna let us rock. We're gonna grab everybody then at this point."
What's the dude they signed from? He used to play
Chicho
Arango.
Yeah, and they got Jose Martinez just literally on like a free almost pretty much.
Jose Martinez on the free agent.
But you know what? They got don't they got Brooklyn Bruce?
Yeah, they got Brooklyn Bruce out there.
But
now.
you know he know the league, man.
He's out there
exactly.
I don't care about no analytics.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't care about your feelings.
Motherfuckers.
This is free speech America.
Bro, he's look, think about that. MLS
and if you got a visa, you play with
outdoing Lee. A 1.0 guy is outdoing David Lee in figuring out how to do a roster. Because I was thinking, I think it was yesterday, and I was like, yo, are we really going to just kind of really go in on youth? Because if that's the case, then it's Season of Vibes Part 3 completely. Like,
come on.
Come
on. Yo, what was that tweet that y'all sent about this is a test for David Lee? Y'all believe that? You think it is?
A test?
Yeah. Because he hasn't bought anything. So like
I mean, what are you gearing? He would have to be gearing up for something big, but it's like right now, like if you look at down the roster, like the biggest needs, there's no real big name out there for those positions.
Christian McFarland. We lost Christian McFarland to Manchester City.
That was another one.
Exactly.
For fucking Cheerios because we didn't get there's I don't think there was a transfer fee there. It was just
and we didn't
under the
bring
table
somebody
dealing
for that.
So we have a void, a backup left back or starting left back, whichever way you want to look at it, because it's Kevin O'Toole and draft picks. That's what's there right now. We need a center back help. We need I think we're good on right back. We need defensive mid because it's just Justin Hack and Andres Pereira. Andres Pereira was kind of like the Keaton backup. So it's like there's a void there somewhere. There's definitely a void in the attacking midfielder position because we're gonna run Maxi Morales into the ground. We're gonna
think about it right now.
Grave early. Like
people already talking about Wolf might be the one transitioning to the cam position, and it's
I will put him at cam.
And
I wouldn't play Maxi.
He played during the preseason.
I get
That's what I'm saying. I would have him and Maxi in a change.
But then think about what that happens though. It creates another void
on the right and the left side. So that means Julian Fernandez and Agustin Ojeda had their season of vibes, had their season of the learning tree.
Yeah.
That now it's time for them to
step up. Now it's time. It's your time, man.
Stand up and shine.
And honestly, though,
because look, listen. Let me say this.
I was singing that song earlier.
Stand
up and let it out.
I don't know what the fuck y'all singing, yo.
You ever seen the movie and shine? You ever seen the movie Rockstar with Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah.
No.
Which is basically like the unofficial Judas Priest movie. It's about it's a really good movie. I think you will enjoy it actually.
Jennifer Aniston's in it.
Jennifer Aniston is the lead female.
I forget his name, but dude from The Wire, McNulty, whatever his name was.
McNulty. Yeah.
He's in it.
The thing about the good old days is that it's the good old days.
It's the good old days.
I was saying that to myself all day today, thinking about NYCFC and the lack of movements. Was The Wire? Was it Slim Charles? And the thing about the good old days is the good old days because that's all we got right now. Season of Vibes.
That's all we got, man.
When you mentioned Season of Vibes earlier, that's what popped into my head. It's like, oh boy, like we really got nothing.
I wanted to ask you guys. Now,
ask away, Yousef.
Out of all the moves that could have been done, weren't made, I feel like the one thing that everyone is thinking, or everyone has major concern about again, especially after this preseason, is Bakar is not meant to be on that pitch.
Boy, he is trash.
So
he is not good at his position, man.
So hold up, because I think I know where you might be going, Sanchez. But my question is, does the team, whether it be Pascal, Lee, at some point in the season, before the summer, just say like, yo, we need to bring somebody in and phase this guy out? Or how do you play him in order to make it work? That's what I'm asking. I'm posing that question. Either how do you make him work? Because Alonso's clearly the number one.
The answers were in the preseason. It's all a foreshadow of what's to come if we're not going to sign nobody, right? The Santi Rodriguez didn't play none of the Coachella Invitational, which was like I think 4 games. So it gives you a pretty good idea. What I saw was Bakrar playing on the right side, like on the wing, floating up top like a 2-striker system, similar to where he's had some success while playing with Algeria and having Alonso as a starter. Because now, remember the void where we were talking about the voids on the sides and everything. What if Bakrar's solution to get Bakrar on the field is to play him on the right hand side, and then on the left hand side it would be this is like if Wolf is the center attacking midfielder. In this scenario, Wolf's attacking midfielder.
So what, you play him like this?
No, he's on the right hand side, but he floats up, and then we kind of have. He's on the right hand side. He's like playing an attack. He's an attacker from the right. He played there in the preseason.
That's what I'm saying. We're playing two up top, essentially.
His assist and goal was from that position, I believe. This preseason wasn't as the lone striker.
No, I'm saying because if it's 2 up top, or is he playing the wing?
He's playing the wing, but he's helping the wing. He's helping up top.
So who's
Because
coming?
up top would
Who's
be
sliding into that position behind him?
Keaton, the right back.
So at that point, you're right back.
Yeah, the
So
right back, the wing back goes all the way up.
now I'm trying to think because who would it be?
The right back, we have Tavon Gray and we have
a lineage.
Lineage.
Because
And then we have on the left hand side. I think he's on the left. Trapito Ojeda's on the left hand side. I think he's gonna probably be the day one starter over there. I am predicting him day one starter up there. The question is gonna be who's the center attacking mid. That's why this void with Santi Rodriguez causes some issues because now that position is a void. Does Maxi Morales start? I think he starts the season there.
I think he starts
through practices and he gets phased out of there as the starter.
I think he starts as in that slotted like 10 spot, your traditional in the middle. And when he needs to come off, Wolf is the one stays on now, slots in there, and the sub is an Ojeda for Maxi or somebody in that position for Maxi. So like that, it's still somebody that's still been in the match.
It could be like a Julian Fernandez or a Musa Bakra coming in for Maxi and helping out on the right hand side where Wolf shifts into the middle. Because you got Wolf and then you got Keaton Parks pushing up, and Keaton Parks will be subbed out for Perea because I believe Justin Hack's going to be our day one defensive midfielding starter.
Yeah, that's what you and I keep going back and forth on.
He's going to have 28 appearances this year, Justin Hack. He is going to play until he is exposed. I don't believe he's going to get exposed. I think it's the make or break year. He was talking a lot of shit. Not shit, but he was talking very confidently towards the end of the season, talking about, I need to go somewhere where I'm going to play. I want to play. If it means type of like paraphrasing, if it means going somewhere else, vaya con Dios. So it's make or break for him. So I believe he's going to play until he gets exposed. And I don't think he's going to get exposed. I believe he has that mentality, that grit. He has that mindset that if he's able to connect his brain, his mindset to his play, I think he will be lethal. I think he could be very similar to what James Hands was as that enforcer, that Gattuso level type of demolisher in that position. And he could also be key in the defense and allow the wing backs, the fullbacks to go all the way up and spend more time with the three in the back.
So you got to see him throughout preseason kind of slide into that position, right? So
yes,
I want to get your thoughts on how you saw him there throughout, because
he also played center back, left-sided center back. Yeah. He subbed in and out. Like those are the two positions he played: defensive midfield and center back. Remember, mind you, Thiago Martins is nursing some type of injury right now, undisclosed time, how long he's going to be out. They're saying it's not going to be that it's not major. So, and then he has to get reps there because last year Burke Reese also spent some time on the injured list. Martins is going to be injured, so Justin Hack is going to be playing somewhere on the field. He's playing somewhere.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah,
the youthfulness. He's at a good age. He's almost at his prime. Like you said, he wants to play.
He has to click.
But I think he has been. I thought he played great last.
I don't think bro. I think you said he's primed for that big move performance.
No. In his prime.
Oh no.
Like he's not a child anymore.
I'm with you. I'm saying, but
he's a grown man. You saw that jawline? You saw that jawline, bro?
I'm saying like feels like this is the year where it's like I need to show quote unquote outside club how much, like, I need to be seen. This year needs to be that year, because if you don't have that year at this age, that you might be in that Tommy Max scenario.
It's gonna go downhill. You're gonna be jumping from team to team and shit. So
this might be a contract year for him also. No,
that I don't know.
Yeah, we have to find out.
Also,
let us know in the comments if it's a contract year for Justin Hack.
Justin Hack to me is key. Is going to be very key to the defense. If he plays, it opens the door for a lot of for the Keaton Parks Perea back and forth substitutions. Because if he doesn't play there, as of now with the roster that we have, Perea is going to be playing back there. So then who subs in for Parks. Like these are like Justin Hack has to play, and I think he's gonna play. I think he's not gonna let me down. He's gonna be legit this year.
Hmm.
You know.
I dig
Uh,
it, man. I hope
I
so.
want to.
Cause listen, we need something. Cause we ain't got nothing else. You know what I mean?
So that's what I'm saying. So like, I want to know, like, given how he was playing there in the preseason, like, what are you guys' thoughts on how that turned out? Because Pascal was this kind of want to say the first time we saw Pascal kind of like maybe made his imprint on the team, whether it be how he chose lineups. It felt very experimental, but I feel like we came away with a decent results. Wasn't
I
like too
I
crazy. I
don't
don't
pay.
put too much emphasis on preseason. I think everybody here knows that. But I feel like for everything we've already spoken about, like lack of moves and stuff like that, it wasn't the worst
I
preseason.
I'm not putting much emphasis in the results. What I do look at is lineups and formations.
Mhm.
That's what I think about more. Like I said, that's where I saw Baccarat playing on the right hand side with Alonso Martinez. Alonso Martinez shooting from outside the 18 yards box and scoring. I saw Hack coming bouncing from center back to defensive mid. I saw Maxi doing his best Messi impersonation and not leaving 10-yard radius around him. There's no running involved. And that's sad a little bit. That's concerning. That's very concerning if that's the type of production defensively we're gonna get from him. You know
It was interesting.
the what I did like about the preseason, some of these draft picks and stuff played a lot. Prince Aponsu, I think his name.
Yeah.
He played on the left hand side a lot. Because Kevin O'Toole, I think, started nursing a little knock on the calf or something towards the end of the Coachella Invitational. So that kid played out there. You know what? He's not a starter, but I think he could grow into something.
Yeah, he needs to improve a bit though. He ball watches a lot.
There's
He's a
that.
good he's a decent player, but he
Yeah,
gets lost watching.
yeah.
He's looking around and shit instead of
That's what I'm saying.
marking. Man, he loses people on the pitch and shit. So if
He's
he
not.
gets on, he's gonna bite him in the ass.
He's not the starter. So I think that's he could grow into something. There's the other kid that doesn't look like a soccer player with the long hair, the white kid.
Yeah. I
He
was
ha-
curious what his name was.
he has moments of Yusuf. Can you look up the roster real quick?
Yep.
He had moments where he looked like he could play, but there was one thing I've noticed every time he was on the field that I was like, this guy got to work on. That was his first touch. When he was receiving a pass, that first touch that is really bad. He has it's really bad.
Mm.
So those are the ones which I think led to a turnover into a goal out in one of the games. That's what it will lead to all the time. A loss of the possession like that
Sorry, you know
in
who
the
you're
midfield.
talking about again? Because I'm trying
He
to
he has a number in the 70s.
in the 70s.
Yeah,
78, I think it was,
yeah.
or
Or
58, something. I don't something. It was high.
So he's not coming up in the first team, so he's still
yeah, because
in the
he's not
academy.
signed.
So he's part of the
He's a
twos.
he's a draft pick. His name is uh Colin McCamey, I think it is.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I
So
want
And
to
y'all,
say, we definitely hear you. Yes. I want to say this about the
yeah,
preseason.
Colin McCamey, Northwestern. He looks like he belongs in Portland.
Portland.
yeah, you got the shaggy hair with the big
Yeah,
beard. You know what I mean? No one told him about that in Yankee Stadium. You can't have no beard in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, that shit. Take that shit to
Mm,
City Field.
But
You want
this
to be
kid right here
bearded.
is another player that I feel like maybe not right now, but in a year or two, maybe could be in contention to be on the main roster, and he got to go down to NXT for a bit,
Yeah.
hone in on his skills.
So Dave, I want to ask you real
Hold on.
quick.
I want to talk about the preseason real quick.
Oh,
You
it
had some
has to do
forward thoughts.
preseason. No,
Okay.
it's for preseason. Because there's some a good quote that we got from Pascal, and it's something that I want to ask to see if you saw this play out on the field. he said that he wants to instill this bulletproof mentality.
That's exactly what I was going to talk about.
So
I think
take us through
that
that.
was the that's crazy that I was going to talk about that because we didn't bring that up. But that's one thing that I saw this preseason was in all of the matches we never looked like we were out of it, despite not signing anybody, despite all the experimental changes. We go down a goal, and it was just like, yo,
All right, let's go for
let's go. Okay, it's our turn now,
yeah.
and we come back and tie the game.
Yeah.
We come back and win the game. I think we only lost one preseason game this, or maybe it
We
was
lost
two.
to San Diego. No, did we draw?
No, we beat San Diego.
Yeah.
Beat San Diego 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1. We
Yeah,
lost the
we
first
we
one.
don't lose those. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We don't lose to San Diego.
nah. That was that's what I took from it. You know, I thought that mentality, that bulletproof mentality, it was kind of showing on the field because it was just like, nah, we're not going anywhere. We this is who we have. We back each other up, and we're gonna play till the 90 minutes is done. And it's no bullshit out here. So I really appreciated that because, like we said, we ain't got nobody. We brought nobody in, so I want to see the best out of everybody.
I think the attacking the transition aspect of the game should be interesting, especially with Maxi Morales on the field, his running capabilities, you know. Is he at that stage where he's gonna be like a
gotta build a fortress around them like this?
Receive, turn and pass, or he's gonna be able to dribble up a bit. That's gonna be key in the transition. So it's interesting to see. I think our lineup, our roster right now is equipped to put this system into fruition. It's all about if we're the talent level equates to the other teams. You know, and that's why
the East is up for grabs right now.
I'm not a big fan of preseasons. This type of preseason amongst the same level of players. No, I don't like that because it doesn't push our team to another level. Say what you want for Miami and the money grab and everything. They went down to Latin America and played a bunch of teams who were playing them like it was their
like
MLS.
Final,
yeah, and that pushes players to their limits. To
do that.
We used
to put ourselves in scenarios that were uncomfortable.
Yeah,
you had to actually be on your P's and Q's.
On the mental aspect, remember we just talked about Justin Hack debuting in Mexico. James Sands also debuted in Ecuador.
Yeah,
you know, so
subbed in for Pillow, correct?
Yep,
no, Sands started that game. Sands started that game.
Remember somebody elbowed him.
Sands started that game against Emelec in the preseason of 2017 or 18 maybe. Yeah. So these things, preseason for the mental aspect also, not just physical. Everybody in MLS is kind of going through the motions. They're kind of saving themselves in a bit, you know, but
long season.
And I also get that mindset about like, all right, let's just take this easy preseason so we could just work on us and not have to worry about them.
Yeah.
It was work on our system, our tactics, and whatever they do, we'll just bounce it off our chest and go at it in the motions. One thing about Jansen, what he said was what David Lee said, I think, and I kind of understand it's a good concept, is that let's give this coach time with the players we have and let him analyze, pick and choose what positions we are in need of. You know, because what if some weird thing? No, it kind of makes sense. Because if he's only here 2 weeks, the 4 weeks of preseason, maybe by this point, after a month of training and everything, he'll have an idea of who to get or what position specifically we need help on. Maybe now is the time. Hopefully, we start looking for players. But when he came in, I get why not sign somebody that he doesn't want. Remember, this is a coach who has pedigree, who has say, who has clout. You know, who gathers respect from demands respect from the players and stuff like that. He is not respectfully to Nick Cushion, just somebody who's a yes man. You know.
Mm.
I'll give Pascal that leeway, but I'm not gonna give Lee that leeway. No pun
No, but that's
intended.
why
Like,
Lee said that about Pascal. He said let him.
but that he's essentially saying that to say, oh, I'm not gonna go out and get somebody because I want him to. I'm like, no, dude, you've known
No,
about
that's
players that
fair.
were gonna move out before you got this coach.
But
There were pieces that you should have at least gotten reinforcements that you
but that's
could
the thing.
not.
But what
You
if the
needed
coach?
people there.
Yeah, but
What if?
I'm gonna agree with Sanchez. Like, what
Mm.
if Pascal doesn't want these people
But
that David
Yeah,
Lee
because
wants?
that's
You know what I'm
similar
saying?
to
Like,
what happened to Vieira when he came in.
yeah,
After
dude, but
Price.
you could
He
go if you know
inherited a
that you're
lot of
gonna
good
go.
players. It's like no, these guys.
If you know you're
Before
gonna go
we,
get Pascal, right? All right. I'm assuming that he wasn't a last minute hire,
okay,
right? You went into the new year knowing you were gonna hire him, right?
okay,
Every coach you could go and say, what profile of a player can you give us that you want? We are in need of this right now as a team. Hold on. Lee goes to him, has a conversation. We are in need of this as of today. This is what we need, right? Blah 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 blah. We need that here. He goes, okay, for my style of play, the typical player in these positions are like this. Cha 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 cha. And then you can go and scout. The fact that we haven't even been tied to anybody is what has me more worried than you actually signing somebody. You should know the type of player already that you need to be looking for, and seeing if that player is already out there wanting another to move teams. Because okay, cool, you don't sign him in January. Technically, I think MLS can sign players. I think by free agents till I think maybe like April or something like that.
early April, yeah.
But even if it's like summer, you got to do the scouting part, right? So you know what kind of players this guy can or profile that he wants. Go and look for it,
But
even if
what?
you're not signing them now, or at least, or maybe you go and say, "Oh, we have that kind of player already.
But what if
His
he
name
said?
is
What if
this."
League went up to him and said all these things you said, and he responded, "No, wait for me. I want to see them for myself with my own eyes. I want to
Uh,
see how they train. I want to see how they walk into training. I want to see how they greet people. I want to see how they talk to everybody. I want to analyze each player as a human being and as a player with my own eyes. And
I'm
then
with
I'll
you,
tell you that's the only
but
leeway.
those are for now players. I'm talking
Yes,
about
exactly. And he because
they
he doesn't
can
he
they
because
can
he
be
probably
looking at players. We can just be like, "Hey,
no.
NYC has
I
spoken to
imagine
this person."
if David Lee is doing his job, right? I'm gonna assume he's doing his job. Let's assume he's doing his job. He probably Jansen walked in day one. He probably Lee handed him a list of player profiles that they already have
Mhm.
their eyes on. You know, like these are the type of players we're interested in, money wise, player wise, everything, position, everything. And Jansen's probably still on some like let me because it was interesting to see. The reason I say this a lot is interesting to see his preseason lineups. His starting lineups, a lot of them had these draft picks starting, and that's what got me like,
He has to see. Yeah, he has to see
let
his
me.
players.
Nah, I
But
I
that's
wanna bring something up. I think Yusuf, I think you brought up a good point, and Sanchez, I feel like you brought up a good point as well. But one thing that I feel like you guys are missing, you kind of hit on it a little bit, Sanchez, is remember what the dude told us during the interview that we had. I'm blanking on his name, the
Brian.
guy Brian that we
Brian.
interviewed with. Pascal likes using the youth, and we saw that a lot in preseason.
yes.
So,
That's why it has
so
people kind of on the Carizo tip
And
right now.
but
listen,
hold on, but
Garis,
Yeah.
it goes into more into Sanchez's point that let me look at what I have, let me see what I can do with the youth before we start spending money, $10 million, $7 million, $5 million on players that okay, they might be good, but I can get it out of these younger players that we already have in the academy.
yeah,
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what I
Like
said
that.
earlier. I was like,
this
maybe
this coach is a very
Lee said,
trusted
"Hey, I
partner.
have that profile. Look at this guy. I have somebody that can fit that role." And if so, then cool. You've identified that. But now we go on to the talent side of things. Like, can this player actually compete at that aggressive mentality? Like according to the players, everybody's saying like it's going to be an aggressive style of play. you have to keep that up for the entirety of the year. And like, I'll bring up the
Who
schedules. Like,
who better to do that than the youth?
Yeah.
Because
I know
I'd rather have a
you still need the
18-year
depth.
old, 19-year-old player from the academy putting in that work as opposed to playing somebody like Maxi.
Johnny
Max,
Short. Johnny Short got a lot of minutes in preseason.
yeah,
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. This guy has the pedigree to pick and choose his players. And I'm
let's.
not gonna. Yes, it's concerning. On the take that off. Yes, it's
No, I just said I'm like just given how the schedule. Because we're
oh,
rolling into the schedule. Like
take
they have to make it till the end of the season.
take in consideration the players that we have. This guy has the pedigree to pick and choose who he wants. And I agree. As much as it's concerning as a fan that we haven't made no signings and all these other things that are on paper, if this guy for some reason sees what he wants out of a player in these young kids, we kind of have to let him play it out.
yeah, you gotta let him cook. You gotta let him cook
Because this is
because
not a
You
coach
let him
that
cook.
this
You
is
let
not a
him
coach.
cook.
This
You
is
let
not a
him
coach.
cook.
Hear me out. This is not a coach that came here to thinking that he's gonna get fired in there. This I think they probably fed him like, yo, you are the long term solution to this team. You're gonna run this ship. You're the captain of this ship from here for a few years. And this guy, like we all know already, he's a builder of teams from the youth. And by the summer transfer window, at the end of the summer transfer window, I think at that point, if the holes are so obvious, the positions that are in need are so obvious, and nothing is done, that's when we could get on the coach as well. You know,
I agree.
My
I
only
agree.
concern is we have not replaced anything that has gone out the door.
yes. But what went out the door? Jovan Mijatovic, 0 goals, 293 minutes
Well,
in
you know
MLS.
exactly what I'm talking about. We're talking about key positions in the lineup that have left. That
James Justin Hack is the James Hand sub right there.
again,
That's the position that that was in need.
Hack was on the team last
Playing
year.
center back, last year
He
Yeah,
was
because
he could
whatever.
play
He
defensive
was
mid.
Chuck Knobloch, bro.
Yeah, but he could play. What he's
but
saying is that he could play Sam's position.
that's the Sands position player right there.
Yeah,
The only
that's
position
the replacement.
that just became a recent concern in the past week is the Santi Rodriguez. That right there is the thing.
Yeah,
You brought up
Mm.
Maximo Carizo. I see Maximo Carizo's name being brought up a lot. That he should be playing. He should get a lot of minutes this year. First and foremost, Cuando. The man's is on the youth national team, missed all of preseason. What how long is it gonna take for him to go back into the
He'll be
team?
back to the twos. That's all that's gonna probably happen.
Exactly. So he's not the solution.
Yeah.
And then he was in the youth national team, killing it, but now they qualify for the World Cup. Whenever the U17 World Cup is, that's it. Poof, he's gone from the team again. So, in
Hmm.
my opinion, as much as I would love to see Maximo Carrizo get maximum minutes, I don't think that top level minutes is gonna happen. He might get similar to what Jovan did last year, maybe 300 minutes tops. If he hasn't even debuted yet, guys.
So
Come on, and let's be real.
people out there just want to see him.
People want to see him, but
Yeah.
you got to think about like everything else that's going on with the player. Who knows when he's going to be match fit ready for a first team game? Against
see.
grown men.
How old is
It-
he now? 16.
17
He's
or what?
yeah,
16.
17.
So it's like he missed all of preseason. He don't know what he's walking into.
he
Jansen,
might-
maybe he comes in with a big
It's a
head,
low chance.
and the coach is like, I don't really like him that much.
Mm.
You don't know that. We don't know what's gonna happen with Maximo Carito yet. So at minimum, March is probably out the window for him. Because it's gonna take him about close to a month to adapt to the system, to learn the system, to gain the coach's trust. So let's put it April he shows up. Whenever the World Cup is, that means he's gone for another month again.
Yep.
You know? So
I just think there needs to be something that Lee does and brings in some people because
no,
Because
I'm
I know you guys are. I know
I'm scared. I'm nervous. It's pretty
It's-
frightening how we're going into another season of vibes. As of now, that's what it is.
because I don't as good as like I said as not to beat the horse on Hack like how I see him. I know he's a good player and he showed himself. I don't see him at the same level as Sands. I see Sands a much better defender than he is overall,
Fair.
and it scares me to see him be the starter there.
It
And,
shouldn't. Man's starting playoff games back 2 years in a row. If that's not high pressure moments, and
Yeah, I don't know what is.
what is? Because
I've seen him buckle in high
two
pressure
seasons
moments.
2 seasons ago,
So
he started in the playoff games on last minute notice. You know,
I
he actually took the starting job from Burke Risa because Burke Risa was healthy at the end of the year and still started over him.
That's true.
The guy who we spent money on the transfer fee and everything to bring from where he came from.
I'll just say I'm just
Justin
not big
Hack-
on him as a CDM. That's all.
Just,
true.
but that's his position. That's what I'm getting at. He says it himself. He's not allowed to play his position.
I'm more than happy to be proven wrong. It's just
It's not just, and it was sad is like there's so much slander for him, and I get it because he even played right back last year. I think
he's a utility. He literally is. He is a. I want my minutes. Please give me
that's
minutes.
that's the mentality you need. He wants to be on that field. He's gonna do whatever it takes to be. Remember, he's only one of two kids who are New York City born.
So
you know what I mean? With one of two players on the roster. So this is something probably that means a lot to him. I mean, maybe he wants to prove that he plays here.
That he belongs here. He probably wants that love that Tavon got.
Well, hopefully
that love that Sands had.
That love that Sands had. Yeah, hell yeah.
So Pascal saw something in the preseason and saw that. We'll see what that one in the what the lineup is on the first day. All right, yo. So let's talk the 2025 schedule.
The schedule for the 2025 season, which would be our anniversary year for
some folks.
The NYCFC
so
originals.
The OGs. Yeah, I mean the foundation.
Was it March 7th?
March 8th was the first game in 2015 against Orlando away.
And I will never forget that game, bro.
Neither will I.
Side to side, bro. Side to side, bro.
I was there though in Orlando.
I was at the.
No, I'm talking about the home opener, the historic home opener.
The New England one. You were standing right behind me, I think.
No, I was in front. I was in front of you. I was side to side with up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yep. We were shoulder to shoulder, son. Woo! I said, wait a minute now. Hold up.
That's not going to work for me, brother.
That's not going to work for me, daddy. I had to take the dap back, remember? I said, take that shit back, dog. Because you wilding right now, bro.
Listen, fella. The 20 taking Daps back before Daps was being able to take back. Yep. The season opens with Miami away. The new time was updated like 17 minutes ago.
How many people got fucked, bro?
I think.
I know Chadwick was, bro. He was.
Yeah, I know a good amount. There was a 9:30 flight. That was the 9:30 flight on the Espiritu Santo.
Yes.
Zero plane crashes in 2025.
That's what he was on.
That flight alone was the cheap flight because there was flights later than that. So I know people picked that flight because that was a cheap flight. I actually was one of those people who thought about getting on that flight because it was the cheaper flight. And those people are no longer be able to catch that flight.
It makes we've talked about it here plenty of times, right? That or Florida for New Yorkers, a midday Florida match, it's like the perfect I don't want to stay in this state for too long trip. You fly in that morning, out by 9, but you chilling.
Yeah, because there's not much to do out there. It's like
it's Miami, so there's a bunch. I'll say that. With Miami, you can do a little party.
I'm thinking more Orlando.
Orlando for sure. Get me the fuck out of here.
That's what I'm saying.
But I remember. I know that's what I
I
thought I was
think
gonna
I think
do.
Miami is one of them cities where you should at least stay for a
Yeah.
day.
You can have
But
some fun in Miami. You can get into some
yeah.
Yeah, hell
fun. You can
yeah.
get into some trouble. You can do a lot of things in Miami. Get
But
some
a lot
good.
of people want to do the turnarounds, and they fucked around with a lot of flights. That for it to be a last minute, and I'm gonna be honest with you, the reason why really it's fucking with me is the reason really behind it. It's not that something's going on that day or whatever. It was a rescheduled match from CONCACAF that has nothing to do with MLS because Miami, I guess, can't play in bad weather. So their match against Kansas City got moved just a day, and they want to add extra rest time now for their season opener.
They're
It's like,
playing what,
why? Who?
Wednesday, right?
Yeah, they'll be playing
They'll be
Wednesday. So
playing
we're
today and
we're
shit.
recording today. It's Tuesday, correct? Yeah, my days are
Yeah.
they're all last one right now. Yo, that's I call bullshit, yo, because like
Listen, it's for Messi, bro. You
it's
know it's for
crazy
Messi.
I am watching the Colorado Rapids hosting LAFC for the CONCACAF Champions Cup.
in a fucking blizzard.
It blizzard overnight into the they just had a close up on Olivier Giroud, and his beard was white frozen
Oh wow.
because that's how cold. So the temperature, people are like, oh, they're comparing temperatures. The temperature from this match and to the match tomorrow is only 10 degrees, but the wind chill here in Colorado, it's gonna make it feel as cold as it's gonna feel tomorrow.
It's
It's
Jesus.
basically
and they played it.
they're basically the only thing I would say the difference is why that the it would have been it's currently snowing in Kansas City tonight. And I think the weather temperature plus the precipitation falling is why it could be a concern.
I'm looking.
That's the
I
only
want to
thing.
see. You know how you can do this shit on thing on the app. I'm gonna look it up. Kansas City, right? Kansas. Right now, it is just 3 degrees, my brother. It's just cold.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Denver's
It's
the
not
same thing.
snowing. It's not snowing though.
But it was I think it was prognosticated to snow today in Kansas City, which that was the issue. I think the combination of both. I'm not justifying it because we've seen games be played in the snow and cold, but a part of me is like I kind of understand. I don't understand why they're switching the time on the second game. It because then it becomes let's just give them the leisure.
Bro,
Now
it
the
has
switching the
has
switching the
nothing to
games
do
of the day,
with the fucking league.
the switching the games of the day, I get it. For the Champions Cup, I get that. But the switching of the time slot for our game,
Yeah,
I don't agree with that because now listen,
so
MLS has
much logistics that went on. You know how many people probably around the world has set all their
our
like
our own
broadcasts?
team probably had a return flight that night probably.
Could have been.
Yo,
I'm just thinking like let's just think. All right, this is the Messi season opener, right? Cool. It's the old hoopla. We're diving in. It's
but that's the thing.
the whole
MLS
world. The world is watching, quote unquote. That means now you're fucking with all these people's day that they had scheduled. I'm gonna watch Messi at this time on Saturday, whatever it is, local. And now it's like, hold, now this shit is like, uh, what is it, 7:30 now that it got moved? So it's 5 hours later.
mhm.
I have completely different plans for 5 hours later. I might not be able to make that match completely. Like, let's say like you have plans to watch it at a watch party. Cool, you scheduled your day that I have made plans with my family or with some other shit at 7:30 for dinner. Cause cool, I was gonna be good. Now what?
exactly.
You
So
just fucked over a whole two fan bases.
and not just the family teams because the teams probably thought they were going to be home to have catch dinner with their families also.
Yeah,
The players.
all because
That's true.
just a
I
couple
didn't even
players
think
can't
about
play
that.
in the snow. Like that shit needs to end, dude.
No,
That shit
but
needs to
no,
end.
the game moved tomorrow to tomorrow. I'm not arguing that as much. Our game being moved because the whole off season has been branded Messi League Soccer. You know what I mean? Like the ad in the Super Bowl, all this stuff
Shouts to Dochi being part of that
because
rollout.
the the league was banking on Messi, Miami being the inauguration of the season. Keep that same energy.
Mm.
But now it's clear that it's not that just that. It's literally catering to this guy because
crazy, bro.
he also there was also rumors coming out, even though Mascherano uh didn't give anything to it, that Messi didn't want to play in that weather. It's still to be seen, you know. It's still to be seen.
Let me ask you this: are there any other games at 7:30 on Saturday?
The rest of the league.
Yeah.
The rest of the league is on 7:30. They had staggered 2 games, our game and I think another game's at 5:30 that day.
But everybody else 7:30.
So it's not even like it's a prime time.
It's a 4:30 game on Saturday. LAFC versus Minnesota, and then everybody else is at 7:30.
Yeah. So
it was supposed to be an all-day affair.
Yeah.
The launch in the season, which I thought was the good idea. It was a great idea. Now, look what happens now. Now, NYCFC played Miami. Everybody, the neutrals are going to watch the Miami game.
Yep.
The rest of the league gets hurt by this.
That's what I was saying. Like it should have been just left on that primetime slot where it's just all eyes on this, not taken away from everybody else and shit. Because it sucks, man. You going out there though, right, Sanchez?
Yes, I will be out there. I arrive Saturday morning, come back Sunday, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You know, the weather's not going to be great. Oh my God, the Colorado Atmosphere Stadium is empty. There's like 300 people there. Oh my goodness.
Isn't it 3 degrees? Did you say it's 3 degrees?
No,
that's in Kansas City.
No, the snow ended this morning, like overnight. It was overnight snow. There's no snow on the field.
Yeah, it's Colorado, man.
No, it's cold. Yeah, but still, like that's a bad showing.
Well, let's get into the season though, bro. Like, I want to talk matches.
So Dave kind of hinted at the Orlando match. So we come back, 10-year anniversary of our first match. Saturday, March 8th at 7:30. I think your first match was a 3:30 affair. It was a daytime game.
It's daytime, yeah.
It was a daytime game. We go
3:30 or 4:30, something like that.
It was midday.
I think it was 3. I think it was a 3:00 game. And
I was on Nevada Smiths.
So that's pretty special. I wonder if there's gonna be special guests. Who are the guests? Are people from the first year going to come back? Like certain players make an appearance, which would be cool to see players.
You know who's not going to be there?
You know what? More as time goes by and the imagery goes a certain direction, not towards that way, it makes me think more and more like it might not happen.
Bro,
Nah, I don't think it's gonna happen.
We all saw that
he's out,
cartoon.
bro.
We all saw that.
Yeah.
They had everybody there.
Except for him.
So that being said, the New England game is also pretty special. The anniversary of our first home game, which said players scored first.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna be pretty special. But besides that, all these games is pretty standard. We don't see nobody special. The Seattle last game of the year is wild.
Yeah, that was very weird.
They're making them travel all the way to the east. For the last game of the season, which is a TB determined venue.
We got to have that back. Like, we got Rebel, Philly away back to back.
No, you got to scroll back a bit more, Poppy. We got Charlotte, Miami, Rebel, Philly.
Yep.
That last month of the season, if we're not above the playoff line by after Chicago, we're genuine concern around that time period.
Son, but look at this though: Cincinnati, DC, Chicago, Charlotte, Miami, Red Bull, Philly. Wow, listen, about going through the gauntlet right there.
That's the problem with the other teams in the East.
Charlotte got a stud, bro.
Doing moves, bringing in positive reinforcements. Mm-hmm. Look, Rebel. A couple players left, but they also brought in a few players.
Yeah.
And there's still rumors for certain other players to come in throughout the season. Maybe Timo Werner shows up for them. We know Miami's signing everybody who's under 23 in South America. They're signing all of them. Being that Don Garber gave Miami and Seattle, I think it's 1.5 million in GAM to use additionally because they're going to the Club World Cup, so they could stack their roster even more.
So Garber Bucks just like,
but but check it out.
More.
It's supposedly they're gonna be
You need it?
deducted. They're gonna be deducted that GAM for the next 3 seasons or 5 seasons. So it's gonna be
So it's like the front loaded loan.
yes, a front loader loan. Meme coin the shit out of you.
Yo, they said
Because I bet you like in a year or two they'll be like no more GAM and they never got to pay that back.
son.
You get what I'm saying? So I think that's wrong to begin with. DC, look, everybody, Charlotte, Orlando's doing good. Columbus is doing like everybody's made positive reinforcements except us. And this schedule, I'm not is scary because everybody we're playing Atlanta, bro.
Atlanta got
Ronnie Dyla, Almiron back. They just
said
signed
he's
this
looking forward to playing in whatever
us.
stadium.
Yeah.
The dude they signed from Lens or whatever however you pronounce it, from France. One of the highest DP transfer in MLS history.
Has made moves, bro. Every single one.
Yeah, except for
Philadelphia signed somebody today.
Yeah.
They signed a jabroni from somewhere, a Uruguayan person, I believe.
So real quick, so then looking at that schedule, right? What is right just what we know today? What's the match you're looking forward to? In like, hey, that's a good win. Let's give me one almost definite like, yo, we should win this match.
Okay, I think the DC's home and away is still positive. It should still be positive for us. New England should still be positive for us. Toronto
got people.
I know, but I think it's still New England. You know what I mean? It's like it's one of those things where it's still New England, right? I know they signed Leo Campana from Miami, but the guy lives on the injury list as well.
He's your man's, bro.
He is, but a spade's a spade. You know?
I got you.
So, fuck. I think the Rebel match at home, Saturday, May 17th, very near our anniversary date and all that stuff. I believe that game is at City Field as well. It's a 4:30 vehicle. So 4:30.
You're counting that as that's a guaranteed?
No, I'm saying that's at that point right there. That match.
I don't know what's a guarantee.
There's no guarantee this year. This is a hard season.
It's a very hard season, bro.
I'm asking,
I think the question should be:
do we even have matches? Like, what do we even have matches that?
No,
that's why I said
that's what I was saying. Like, DC is not necessarily to me any more of those are 3 points that we should be getting because DC got reinforcements.
But I feel like we should at least get 3 points out of 3 to 4 points out of both fixtures.
Yeah,
you know. But what I'm pointing at is that the Rebel game, May 17th, that's probably one of the biggest matches up to that point of the season, like high level intensity matches after obviously Miami game, right? That might be that early in the year, a breaking point of the year. That's the type of game in mid-May, where if things are going bad, that right there seals our death, our death sentence. That early in the year, because that's the type of game if you lose after a season not being well at home, you might as well wrap it up, pack it up right there. And I don't like how we have like the Rebel game. It's 3 days after a DC away.
That's tough.
And the same thing with the Rebel game away,
bro. That's rough because you think about it. You go in Montreal, then midweek DC, and then just a couple of days after, just back to we play Rebel at home. Like,
and technically from Montreal to Cincy, the match before, you're on a day less rest because that's a Sunday game. And then at the end of the season, we have Chicago, and then we have a day less rest to Chicago away, a day less rest, Charlotte at home, and then on Wednesday Miami, and then on Saturday we got a Rebel away. That's a tough stretch time wise, and around that same time period as the FIFA breaks.
Yeah,
and also,
you
don't know who's getting called by then.
we have the sprinkle this year with the new schedule is Leagues Cup. So
That
and
too, yeah. I didn't even think
we are
about that.
participating. Our
In the
first team
Open.
is participating in the Open Cup this year. So it's like you have
Oh,
we're going to be stretched out a little bit when it comes to that. And as always, you see that our home matches are very front loaded to the on the schedule. So that home field advantage dwindles after Leagues Cup essentially starts going, and we're back on the road in between all those. It becomes we
I think
know
it's going
how
to be a tough season, bro.
we have
I
to
think it's going to
win.
be tough.
We have to win our Yankee Stadium games and get positive results out of our City Field games. You know how I feel about like the fortress of Yankee Stadium against City Field, how we've had not great luck at City Field.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say that continues into this season. That means our Yankee Stadium games, we have to win the majority of those, and then the City Field games, we have to get positive results at least. Ties, it's gonna suck, but the games on the road are the ones that it's gonna be hard to get points on the road
bro. Look at
this year
that.
for us.
I
'Cause
see that big like visually just how the block of the white from Toronto between Toronto home and Columbus at home is Charlotte, Orlando, Kansas City, Dallas. Like
in the summer,
in the sub, bro. Dallas, July 20. What is that? 25th,
fifth,
26th,
fifth.
middle of July, bro.
Yeah, you're going to
Dallas.
get cooked.
Check this out. Even before that, Charlotte on the turf
Yes.
in
Yeah.
July,
Orlando, muggy, like
muggy
middle.
on
I
a
don't know how
Wednesday
Kansas
night.
City is. I'm
Kansas
assuming
City's
Kansas City.
Kansas City's is like a fucking a steam. It's a steam room.
Humid,
The
yeah, it's
humid
man humid down
humid
there.
in Kansas
That
City,
he is
and then
hot.
you got and then you're on a day less rest traveling to Dallas, which is fucking
Is a
hell.
rough, bro. We
Cramps and all
our
types of
schedule
shit,
this
yo.
year. Schedule this year is looking.
Yeah, it's looking tough, yo.
It's tough. Like it's like
Especially, yeah. Listen, especially because we don't have anybody. We don't have the depth, bro.
like
You
we
know.
have to play. We have to play Miami off the cuff, and then LAFC right after. like
To be,
Right
to
there.
be I know LAFC is going to be home, and it's a different environment that favors them heavily. That environment, but a part of me doesn't is not that scared of LAFC at this early in the
Huh.
at this point in the season.
hold on. Dude, what was it? Oh
You
man.
wildin', bro.
A little bit. I do that on occasion,
Son, they getting their own sneakers, dog. We getting a drawstring bag.
but they been have sneakers. This is like their third sneakers.
Yeah.
Okay, how many sneakers you got?
You know what? I just bought a
You see
pair
what
the
I'm
other
saying?
day.
You see what I'm saying? See?
I love how you asked
Come on, man.
that.
Come on
How many
now.
stickers you got?
Ask me how many
I got
drawstrings I have.
zero.
How
Yo,
many draw-
I just had to
drawstring-
stash like 3 of them because I'm using
So
them
you
just to
still got
pack.
the drawstring from last year in the trunk, dog.
2 years ago
2 years ago.
in the
Holy
trunk of
shit.
my car. It's
One of
still
them,
there
I refuse
with
to take
everything
them.
in it. With everything in it, the
pins,
card,
everything.
the Ford coupon. Who buys a car, a Ford, every year? What's this coupon for? Who is
For real,
using
why
this?
did
Who
they
is
send us that, bro?
using this Ford coupon, bro?
Why did they
Like,
send us that?
like, why?
I'm so happy we're getting this rent off now.
You know when
so that when we actually
when
get this shit, we just already like we already said
Like,
that.
like we told you so, and just throw it to
Yeah.
the side. Yeah.
like when the tias give you a gift, you know, like or like you go to your abuela's house or some shit, and she gives you food, and she just starts giving you shit from the house because she just wants to take it. That's the 4 coupons, bro. Like, what are we doing here, bro?
Yo,
Every
like
time
when
I
I go
see
to
that, bro.
when I go to my mom, she's like, "Yo, take this." I'm like, "Yo, mom, I don't need 20 pounds of rice right now," and
That's the 4 coupon, bro.
and like a random,
But I'll
random
take it.
half a bottle of Fabuloso. Like,
You tell
Yeah.
yo, you go
'Cause
go
she
right now
bought a
and be
new
like,
one.
tell me somebody right now offers you eggs. I'll take that over that coupon.
Listen, I'll
listen, bro,
take
the
eggs
way
over.
I've been blowing it up today,
Yeah,
I
he
might
don't
have
need
to
no
pass.
eggs.
I have
He
to
don't need no
pass
more
on.
eggs.
You don't
yo.
need you don't need eggs today. You don't need eggs today.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass on that
Yeah, it's looking rough, bro. I mean, I'm looking forward obviously to the derby matches just because of the energy and the Coro and being back in the stadium. Um, but man, it's I'm I don't want to sound too bleak, but it's just like, yo, I'm looking around and it's just,
Memphis, bro.
bro, it's maybe we get surprised, and Angels in the outfield as moment. We get somebody out here just going
Let's
sprinkle
go into let's
some
go,
dust.
move on from this real quick to get into
But
to wrap things up about this. I'm gonna wait for you to bring out the little.
I mean, which part? Because we kind of got
This is
into
it. I thought it was
we're
done
talking
after
about the
that.
season right now.
Season predictions, bro.
I mean, I thought we kind of talked about it, but listen. At this point, I don't see us making the playoffs. I don't. This is a tough season, bro.
Take this off the screen, Yousef.
Take it what?
No, go ahead.
I'm just saying I don't think we make the playoffs, man. I think it's gonna be a tough year. I really can't call it a season of vibes because like it's not vibes when we're not winning and we're not having a good time out there. Like
Season of low vibes.
low vibes, like lo-fi energy type shit. Like I don't know.
The last time I was around a lo-fi party, Dave fucking skydived into a swimming pool and splashed onto the DJ. We was about to fight.
Yeah, that was ill. That was a crazy night, yo.
That was an interesting experience.
Yeah. Lo-fi.
Yeah.
Lo-fi. You see what I'm saying? See how the lo-fi vibes is? Like
that was kind of whack, right?
Yeah.
I don't think
like, that day was.
I don't think anybody. I think like that's been no one's excited. I think we were talking about it before we even recorded. Like this offseason just felt like you're like chugging along. Like it's just like you're not getting into hype enough for the season. Like it's just like why. And I feel that's just gonna be how the season's gonna go. Like I feel like I'm gonna go to games kind of just as my escape for my 90 minutes to be around.
Me and Yousef shared a text earlier about how there's no excitement going into the season so far. Like there's nothing to look
there
forward.
Really hasn't. There's really, the jerseys dope, but like what else?
I'm not gonna be Debbie Downer.
At least
I'm usually on the downside of things. I predict we make a push for the playoffs in the 7th or 8th position.
Wow.
And then from there we get the luxury of having to play Miami and then
call it a day.
But we surprised Cincinnati last year. Anything's possible. But like I said, I think we will have a puncher's chance to get it into the playoffs into one of those last 7th, 8th, or 9th positions.
Are they doing the playoffs the same way they did last year?
Bro, I don't know. The MLS won't announce.
Bro, they change that shit every single.
They change it to see they change it to see where Messi's at.
Think about it. It could legit mid-season. It could legit change. Be like, hey, Friday news dump. Guess what? New playoff format. Now we have everybody playing.
You know what? Messi wins the Supporters Shield. Go to the Club World Cup.
Yeah, why not?
They have.
I do think that hopefully we do emphasize the U.S. Open Cup. Because that would be pretty cool to win that at least. At least legitimately put an effort into that, especially if by the time we start playing that the season isn't going our way.
Yeah, you could
pull the Tottenham and shift focus. Because it's a trophy. It's also a trophy that leads you into the Champions Cup. So I think those are the type of goals we should be looking at. Realistic goals. Because even Arsenal could win the FA Cup finishing 8th.
It's rough. It's rough because like last year we went at it with like almost this sort of sense of, yo, what if we could, and now to go from now to maybe let's just focus on the U.S. Open Cup.
Well, it's because like we said earlier.
No, I'm just like think about how I don't want to call it fall, but they're funny because I was thinking about this just the other day on the ride home. Like we set an example for not set an example, but set a standard for ourselves just off the rip of like we need to be competing for the highest trophy that the league goes for year in, year out. Anything lesser than that, we're in a struggle year. Other teams could say, yo, we're going to try to go for the U.S. Open. And it's like, yo, I bet like they're going to get hyped for that. I don't like as nice as it would be to have that trophy. The fact that it feels like we have to then really just put that as the focus while hoping to get a chance at the cup feels like I'm like, yo, I'm not even reaching now. I don't even feel like I can reach this year. And that to me sucks going into this 2025 because I thought we were going to go at this year specifically, the way we ended last year, I thought we were going to go into it this year like we saw ourselves a little bit in the mud.
Win now territory.
Yeah, like now we know, hey, we gotta step up. We fucked up. We lost to our rivals at home. Nah, spin the block. Can't even spin the block.
You know what the beauty about this game,
at least I don't feel
sport,
like we can.
The beauty about the sport is that it has to get played out. You know,
it's true.
90 minutes at a time. And I'm here for the ride. You know?
I'm here for it. I think my motto this season, I'm not gonna say it's season of vibes. It's expect the worst, hope for the best. Because that's all we can do. Because we don't know what's gonna happen. Listen, we can have somebody like Martinez, who dropped. How many goals he had last year? 15, 16?
16, I think. If we go back to last year, we were kind of feeling the same going into last season. And we ended up, fifth in the playoffs? To get into the playoffs, fifth? That was, I think, a shocker for everybody. And looking back to preseason predictions from everybody, no MLS pundit last year except one had us in the playoffs, similar to this year.
Exactly. Yeah.
So let's just go prove them all wrong again, and if it doesn't, you know what? Major changes have to start happening in this team. I think the fan base.
This is the last year for experiments. We can say that
because
confidently.
You can't bring a team like this into the stadium, the new stadium. Like it's just absolutely cannot bring this team.
And this type of the play on the field directly is a reflection on how the vibes are in the stands.
Yep.
The play is down. The in-stadium atmosphere goes down as well. Unfortunately, we are that type of fan base. Unfortunately.
And and just to put it on a business tip, how are you going to be selling all these suites, front office, if you don't have a winning product on the field?
Nah, Messi comes and retires here for it.
Oh my God!
We signed Messi for Miami for like $70 million.
All right, bro. This ain't fucking Mavs and the Lakers, bro. We ain't pulling that kind of shit. Imagine.
We send them Tanasevich.
Yeah.
Straight up switch Tanasevich for fucking Messi. Straight up.
And we might just
hilarious, bro.
Just to kind of like
hear me out, Miami. Hear me out.
Just to kind of like maybe keep it on a levity tip to end it. What is a Luka AD kind of trade
for Messi
that in just that either has happened or that you think could like that or would happen or that would be that? Has there been one in general? I think just in general, like because I think like a swap. Like, have you seen that? Like, what would that be?
Lucho Costa going to Dallas.
Yeah, I think that's huge.
That's pretty big. That was pretty big right there.
And Arango going to what you call it to
I feel like
to,
but I feel like
San Jose.
There hasn't been any like interleague like just like hey like for cash consideration I'm sending like because those are like Lucho Costa was just like I'm done like that was a whole saga.
They paid $12 million for him.
No, I know, but I'm asking like think about the Luka this trade where it was just like
there's no trade, there's no real trades.
Yeah,
I mean,
like what kind of moment was there ever a moment like that in the league where it was just like you just saw that and you're like that can't be.
Nah, that doesn't really happen because the trades are usually depth pieces.
Yeah. It had to be the Messi one, right? Like it would have been the Messi news.
Like someone who has like I don't even know who to compare it to. Let's say it has to be a DP player first off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It moved somewhere else. Within the league, which Lucho Costa basically was that move.
Mhm.
But let's go back to what I was getting at. Hypothetical: Messi to New York City
Here
as
we
a
go.
trade. As a trade,
As a trade.
who is that player that Miami will be like? You know what? Messi's getting old. We'll take him.
Tavon Gray.
Oof.
Mm,
I would say Maximo Carrizo.
I can see that.
yeah.
I can
Like
see
the-
that.
Imagine though.
Yeah.
I can
Him
see that.
and
he's
Bopali's
our direct replacement.
package. You got to package him. So Carrizo definitely will be the bait or the lure.
Matt
Baccarat.
Freeze.
I'm putting Baccarat in there.
Matt
Just
Freeze.
Yeah, I was like, just throw word. Be like,
Just throwing him in there, yo.
whoever you choose, throw hit. Just you get a free striker
Like the abuela with the rice, bro. Just
on
there
me.
you go.
On me. You don't even
I
got to
think
give me
Matt-
extra.
I think our highest commodity might be Matt Freeze on our field.
Yeah, Matt
Yeah,
Freeze and
yeah.
Carrizo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt Freeze is probably like we got him for a bag of peanuts. So anything we sell him for is which he
That's our
had
saving
some
grace.
interests from Europe. So let's see how long he stays here.
Yeah.
But
Nah,
let's get out
I
of here,
think,
fellas.
yeah, I think
It was a good episode, man.
Saturday.
I'm excited for the season.
Yeah, we're gonna see Sanchez probably on TV.
Hell yeah, we are.
I hope you guys boo the shit out of this team. Fucking can't stand any cold weather.
I'm gonna hit him with the burr. It's cold here. It must be some clovers in the atmosphere. I said, burr. It's cold in here. It must be some clovers in the oh.
What? All right, y'all. This is the YKTFV podcast. We'll see you guys on the next one, man. What the fuck are y'all singing?
Bring it on.